Hey, welcome all for a Big Data chapter. Today we'll discuss about the predictive analytical. Okay. So how many people are aware about predictive analytical? What is predictive analytical?
So it's about getting a set of data and deriving insight and predicting what is going to happen in the future based on the insights that we have derived with the data.
Okay, that's the right answer. That's a good one. Okay, how will you, what is the purpose we have to do that, and then what are the various methods in current market people are doing predictive analytical? What the way they have done last 10 years back, 20 years back, how they done this predictive analytical? Is this predictive analytical is new to the company or new to the market or new to the technology?
No, it's been happening for a few years. For example, Netflix has done a pretty good job with predictive analysis, and they were able to categorize their customers or viewers, and based on those, they've suggested recommendations, and they've seen a drastic improvement in their business. So it's not new to the current market, I would say, but uh, in fact, even Amazon and Flipkart has employed predictive analytics to recommend products using collaborative filtering and product correlation techniques. So it's pretty not new to the market, I would say.
Okay. So can somebody tell me how it is relevant to our big data analytical field, or is it a different field? What is the current technology people use in predictive analytical? Anybody has any idea? Is that related to big data anything, or is it anything related to other technology also?
It is based on big data, I believe. I'm just telling my view of predictive analytics. So it is based on historical data that we've already collected, petabytes of data that we've already collected, different colonies of customers, and based on those we do predictive analytics. So I believe that it's a part of big data, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
I feel it's a statistical data.
Yeah.
Not related to the.
This is not related to big data actually. Predictive analytical is not related to big data, and it is more or less into a different technology, classifying the data to a statistical oriented way, and then to make sure that we are predicting the futuristic and analytical, like a statistical way we are doing this. Okay, that's why it's a predictive analytical. So some of the techniques people are still they are using big data, machine learning, other platform. So many tools are available for predictive analytical. It is a combination of data mining. It's a combination of data mining, and then combination of data science, and combination of machine learning, combination of statistical, combination of mathematical, combination of algorithms. Everything will come into the picture on this predictive analyticals. Clear? So now we'll understand step by step. We'll go step by step. Slowly we'll understand what is predictive analytical, what is the agenda we are going to study today. Okay. Let me take one slide for now. Okay, good. Okay, today I'm going to discuss about the predictive analytical based on certain case studies. Okay, before going to the case study ways, because if you are studying this predictive analytical case study way, it is very good to learn. Okay, so let's move on to understand what is predictive analytical. Okay, what are the various stuffs are relevant for this predictive analytical. That things we'll understand first. Then we'll come back to the relevant technique. Okay. So if you are thinking every 60 seconds, there are so many things are happening in the world, right? So that comes into the big data world. For example, 100 plus LinkedIn accounts are created, 320 plus new tweetings accounts are created, and a 1,200 ad is posted, 13,000 music is posted. Every second there are so many things are happening, right? In 60 seconds 168 emails are sent, 168 million, so that means 168 lakhs, thousands of lakhs of things are created. 600 plus new videos are uploaded in 1 second, 600 videos. So many things are happening, right, in this world. if you consider, not only don't consider only for Chennai region, consider across the India, consider across the world. For example, 7 lakhs Facebook status update is happening in a minute. So that will be huge data, right? So huge data need to be get predicted. What the people are thinking, what are the manners, and what is the way we can able to use that data into our business insight, and we can able to use it for our business need. So that majorly comes into the picture of the predictive analytical. Okay, data analytical is different. Data analytical is different. Predictive analytical is different. Data science is different, and predictive analytical methodology is different. Okay, but somewhat combinations will be there. In 60 seconds, there are 950 purchases happening on eBay. Around 180 plus mobiles are happening. 180 plus mobiles are sold out. Okay, and there's so many business opportunities are happening on the every 1 single second, right? 2,500 inkjet cartridges are sold. 4,000 USB devices are sold. 75,000 people are added to Google. 11 million conversations are happening. 11 million conversations are happening in the instant messengers like a WhatsApp, like a Facebook, Yahoo Messenger. So many things are happening, right? Payment transactions are happening around 219 lakhs of total payments of dollars of worth of payments are happening, right? The similar way, there are so many data are floating that we are going to predictively analyze how this next futures data it's going to be. So I need to buy the product, I need to continue the promoting the product, or I need to manufacture product. Everything will be decided. The business insight, decision making will be decided based on the predictive analyticals. So you might be aware the big data concept, variety, velocity, volume, veracity, all those things, right? And that veracity, and then the those things will be one of the major functions will be there in the predictive analytical. So volumes, in terms of volume and velocity, both are it's required for predictive analyticals. So now we'll understand what is analytical first, then what is data analytical, and predictive analytical. What is predictive analytical? We'll understand that first. If you consider you have the raw data, right? So that's it can be 1 terabytes of data, or 10 terabytes of data, 1 petabytes of data. That's whatever the data you have, that's called raw data. After the raw data, you are just taking that and then cleaning up. Then it is a cleaned data. Whatever the data you want out of the 1 petabytes of data, you take certain data, right? You are cleaning the data. So normally big data analytical developers or big data people or Hadoop developer people, they'll do the machine learning people, they'll do the classifying, cleaning the data. The big data analytics, they will do that activity in the real time in the organization level. They'll do the cleaning the data and classifying data. So after the cleaning the data, they will perform certain kind of standard reports. Those are descriptive analytical. So that comes into the descriptive analyticals. Okay, and then they'll take that through the data. Some people will query the data and then they'll create a ad hoc report, OLAP report. OLAP kind of way they'll take this data, right? Then they'll do the based out of the data. They'll do the generic predictive analytical. So that's a stage they will go into for detailed analytical future prediction. They'll do that's called predictive analytical, generic predictive analytical. From that stage only the real predictive analytical is starting. Okay, till the time you can use your data analytical, data science, big data, data processing, whatever the things.
One question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. This data mining will happen from the when you move from the Hadoop to the predictive analytics, right?
Yes, data mining normally happening even before the raw data. Also, data mining can be used. It's not only in the predictive analytical stage. Data mining has been happening from the cleaned data. Also, you can do the data mining. But before collecting the data crawling, data mining things can be done to collect the raw data also.
So how do you differentiate the data mining with OLAP?
See, this OLAP is the connectivity of databases where you can able to process for your data in a certain level of data import, certain level of data reporting, database side, related side, this OLAP is used. Okay, this data mining OLAP through OLAP is different because that is a cleaned data. You have the stabilized small 10 terabytes, 1 terabytes data after you taken from the raw data, small portion of data which has been used for your ad hoc reports and OLAP related for importing data for certain data analytical activity. But data mining is totally a different field of science where to collect the data, to mine the data, to process the data mining is used. That can be in any stage. The data mining concepts can be applied for on any stages.
Okay.
So in that
totally a different path, right?
Yes, it's a totally different path. Yes. So after the certain level of see, first of all, the title over here, sense and respond, and then the predict and act. Right? There is a two things are available in the predictive analytical. In the sense and response, till the generic predictive analytical that comes into the picture. Okay, it's a descriptive analytical. Normally we'll call it as a descriptive analyticals. After the generic predictive analytical stage, you are going to do the real predictive analytical data modeling. Okay, that's called predictive modeling. So there only use the statistical algorithms, statistical methods, and then the machine learning and big data science tools, SAS model, SPSS tool. So many other tools we are going to discuss. That tool you are going to use for predictive analytical. There, the data mining will be plays very vital role and on the predictive modeling that time. Okay, so that place only you will find it out on a architect level. You'll design that data for what is your business need. You are going to do the predictive modeling. Based on that predictive modeling, you are going to do the predictive analyticals. After predictive analyticals, you are going to do the predictive optimization. Okay, that's two stages there in the predictive analytical.
What does that means? What is the meaning of that dotted line?
These dotted lines is the differentiate between the before predictive analytical, the data how it is floating, and after starting point of the predictive analytical, how it is differentiate. So before that, it is a normal data analytical, and after the dotted line, the real predictive analytical will comes into the picture. Clear? Shall we move to the next slide? Any questions?
No.
Okay. So the data analytical.
Sorry, can you go back to your previous screen? Yeah. What is the basic difference in predictive modeling and optimization? What the process is happening in that from modeling to
Predictive modeling, you will use the normally architect level of the design, the application design, predictive analytical application design using tools. There are so many other tools are available. Through that, you are going to design the application for performing the predictive analytical activities. After your certain level of predictive analytical is done, you are going to do the optimization of your data for your business need. Okay, you might some kind of unwanted data also will come. So there are what best you can able to get it from the data. So that's kind of optimization stage. Normally a data analytical people will do in the IT industry. Predictive modeling, that particular stage only we are going to discuss more on the basis of the predictive analytical activities.
Yeah.
Okay. So next we'll move to the some of the stages where what is exactly predictive analytical. What are the stages people are using this predictive analytical? Okay, predictive analytical is the practice of extracting insights from the existing data sets with the help of data mining, statistical modeling, machine learning technique, and these are the ways, and using the predictive unobserved unknown events. Okay, there is nowhere related to big data, Hadoop, or any other data science field in the normal world. That's reality. That's reality. That's predictive analytical. But nowadays, this predictive analytical also part of our data science. I'm telling about this very old stage before coming to the big data and all. How predictive analytical is work is, predictive analytical is the practice of extracting insight from the existing data set with the help of data mining, statistical modeling, and machine learning technique, using it to predict unobserved or unknown events. That is the definition of predictive analytical.
It's like finding the pattern, right?
Yes, it is finding the pattern.
Okay.
Okay, so through that data sets, everyone is clear on this particular first definition of predictive analytical, right? Because that's very important. Predictive analytical is the practice of extracting insight from the existing data set with the help of data mining, statistical modeling, and machine learning technique, and using it to predict unobserved or unknown events that we are going to do through the predictive analytical. Shall we move to the next point?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so through that predictive analytical, you can able to discover the hidden insight on pattern with the help of data mining technique. So you might be having 100 lakhs of records. Okay, through that 100 lakhs of record, you are going to apply the predictive analytical method. Through that, you are going to see certain pattern on the data. Through that, you are going to see the discovering the hidden insight on the business need or business values, or insight through the data. That's the thing you are going to do through the predictive analytical. Also, you can do the identify the cause and effect relations between variables from the historical data. So there's the causes, what it went wrong. So you can do the predictive analytical through that historical data. And also it can apply the observed pattern or unknown in the past and present and future. Through that predictive analytical, you can able to observe the pattern of many unknown things from the past, what is happening in the present, what will happen in the future. That is a very important point in the predictive analytical. Clear on these points?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, predictive analytical has the certain process. Okay, the predictive analytical, which has the defining the objective, what you are going to do that using the data set. That's first to define your objective using the 10 terabytes of data, 100 petabytes of data. What you are going to do, define your objective. After that, define your data preparation stage. Okay, that's the second stage. And third stage is the modeling. You have to do the data modeling. So here only the predictive modeling will comes into the picture. There you will architect your model of your data analytical, predictive analytical process. And fourth stage is the deployment. You're going to deploy these predictive analytical tools and then the data for your progressive elaboration side. And next stage is the model monitoring, how data are progressing in the futuristical trend, the pattern is moving. You have to keep on monitor the data to understand the predictive analytical process. So these are the 5 different stages of the predictive analytical process in the predictive analytical stage. Are you clear on this? One is the define objective, data preparation, modeling, deployment, model monitoring. That's a predictive analytical process. Clear?
Okay.
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay. So now, in the common predictive analytical, what are the various technology or technique we'll normally use? The first technique they will use is called regression. It's one of the statistical technique in predictive analytical method. It's a common practice in the predictive analytical stage. A regression will be provided to predict the output variables using causes and effect relationship. It's like a fishbone diagram, which has been input variable, OLAS regression, GLM, random forest, ANN. These are the types of your regression types. Okay, so the predictive analytical, first common predictive analytical method people use for statistical way is called regression. And second technique they will use for classification, predicting the item classes, decision tree, logistic regression, ANN, SVM, Navies Bayes classifier. There are so many classification algorithms are there, patterns are there, and methods are there. Those kind of way they will do the predictive analytical method. It's not like a single method. Sometimes they'll apply the regression, sometimes they'll apply the classification. Under the classification, they apply for decision tree, sometimes they'll apply for the Bayes classifier. So many things they will apply. There are so many hundreds of techniques are available in the regression, classification, and third model is the time series forecasting. The time series forecasting is to one of the predictive analytical technique, predict the future time events by the way of the how it has happened on the past history. So the airline systems, okay, if you're in the airline system, if there are maybe in Chennai airport, you might be having the international airport, maybe some 100 plus 5 flights only comes, right? But in other countries, when I observe that there are thousands of flights will come for every 1 hour of time, and then you have to be frequently you have to analyze the many petabytes of data need to be there. Okay, from the past historical of data, you have to be process the time series forecasting. What will happen the when this flight will come? What is the how much of passenger we can able to handle for this particular thing? So there are so many predictive analytical events can be analyzed through this time series forecasting. And first one is regression, second one is a classification, and third technique is time series forecasting. And fourth one is association rule mining. In the predictive analytical, the fourth one is association rule. That's also one of the algorithm pattern, association rules data mining. It's under the data mining concept, association rules. It will associate from the one event to the another event. It will associate with the one item variable to the another item variable. So these are the algorithms we normally use for the common predictive analytical methods. And the fifth one is the clustering.
One question.
Yeah, please.
So, for the regression and association almost same, right?
No,
regression also you will be making the relation between the input variables, right?
No, there is a difference is there.
And here are
regression also it's a relation. Here also the relation. So it's called relation here, but there it's called association. We'll not call it as a relation, direct relationship, but there is some kind of similarity there. There is some association is there. Association word is totally different, and then the relationship is totally different.
okay.
See, association rule mining, the mining items occurring together, same times it will happen. Relationship is there is a direct relationship between the one data variable to the another data variable. Association rules, the mining item occur together. It's called one of the algorithms, superior algorithms will normally use for the predictive analytical methods. And then the other technique, fifth one is the very important technique. All the predictive analytical people will use, all the machine learning people will use, all the data scientist people will use. It's called clustering. Clustering is very important. It is finding the natural group or clustering the clusters in the data. Majorly they will use for k-means, historical, the hierarchical, and spectral, and destiny-based EM algorithm clustering. There are so many clustering algorithms there, more than 200, 300 patterns of clustering algorithms are available. So clustering algorithm way predictive analytical can be done. And sixth method is text mining. The text mining model and structure of information contain the textual sources. That's like a sentimental analytical. From the Twitter data, you can do the text mining. From natural language process through the machine learning, you can do the text mining. So these are the ways you can able to do the predictive analytical. The sixth method is very important. So one is the regression, classification, time series forecasting, association rules mining, clustering, and text mining. Clear? We'll see one by one all this technique. Are you clear on these first 6 models? That's common practice in the predictive analytical methods.
Or which method is used in machine learning language?
Normally the clustering k-means method will be used, and then regression will be used, classification will be used.
But you just told that text mining is
Text mining is normally used for sentimental analytical. Data
okay,
mining.
sir. Thank you. Okay, thank
Machine
you.
learning side, the k-mean they will normally use the k-means, and then they'll use for regression, they'll use for classification, decision trees, all these things. So many algorithms are there. Okay. Now we'll move to the what is real predictive analytical, how we can able to evaluate from the different chart. Okay, that thing we'll understand first. Okay, so if you see some kind of graph, you can just see sensitive data which has been showcased over here, right? So there is from the population, you'll take some sample. Based on that also you can do the predictive analytical. Okay, but in the real world of scenario, you might be having the so many graphical way, all these things, but you cannot able to do the real predictive analytical. But here in the real world, there are so many business applications they required predictive analytical. For example, healthcare, smarter healthcare, multi-channel sales, finance, energy, factory failures, traffic controls, telecommunication, spam filter, manufacturing, trending analyticals, fraud and risk detections, retail marketing. So many things they require this predictive analytical. Nowadays, all these softwares, people are started using this predictive analytical and data science field. On data analytical field is applying for all the domains nowadays. Okay. So in the business application where they're using this predictive analytical, in supply chain, they have simulating and optimizing the supply chain flow to reduce the inventory. Okay, so based on the which location it is the going to be some sales is going to happen, and they are simulating the through predictive analytical, and they are optimizing the supply chain so that they are saving so much of the crores of rupees of cost on the inventory on their business need. Okay, so supply chain simulate and optimize the supply chain flow to reduce the inventories. Okay, somebody is no need to dump that product in where there is no sales is happening, and they might be dumping the product, right? So instead of that, they have simulate and optimize the predictive future trend how this is going to happen, and based on that they'll invest, they are going to do the manufacturing, they are going to utilize the manpower. So many things it is going to reduce through this business predictive analytical side. And customer profiling, which is the high identify the value of customer and retail and their loyalty. So based on the customer pattern, whether they what kind of the customer you have, then you can able to predictive analytical through the customer profiling. He is a good customer, he is a bad customer, he is the high-end customer, he is a low-end customer. So many things you can do the through that customer profiling through the predictive analytical. So identify the high value customer and retail their loyalties. And the pricing factor, through the predictive analytical, you can able to identify and optimal the price, which will increase the net profit. For that, the predictive analytical is used. Pricing factor. For human resource factor, people are using this to identify the right people, all these things. Okay. And next one is the energy field. So energy forecasting, how much of the forecast they have required, predictive maintenance, operational cost optimization or minimization can be performed through the predictive analytical and predictive maintenance. Predictive analytical is different, predictive maintenance is different. Okay. Uh, and and then next one is the financial services. So in the financial approval, so many credit card transaction, loan applications, credit scoring model, optional pricing, risk analysis can be performed through the predictive analytical. An e-commerce platform identify the cross-selling and upselling opportunities and increase the transaction size and maximize the combining the response from the CRM data. So through that you can do the predictive analytical. So these are the ways you can able to, for understanding level, I have given some sample business application, but you are going to deeply study about the most of the white papers and then the case studies through that predictive analytical side. Are you clear on this?
Yes.
Okay. The next one is the product quality control. You can do the prevent of the any quality issue, detection of the quality issues that can be performed through the predictive analytical. And revenue performance, you can do the revenue performance, futuristical revenue performance, how it is going to be performed. Based on that, you can optimize your revenue. And fraud and crime detection, detect the fraud, crime activity, insurance claim, tax evaluations, evasion, and then the credit card frauds. So many things you can able to do through the business application on the predictive analytical. And what are the various tools people are using? So there is no Hadoop, there is no Spark, or no Pig, or no Scoop. So now on predictive analytical tools in the market currently, Python is used, SAS tool is used, R tool is used, IBM SPSS is used, Vika is used, MATLAB is used, Rapid Miner is one of the interesting tools. So everyone please download this Rapid Miner and try some examples over there. Rapid Miner is for data mining, for predictive analytical. It's very, very important tool. My favorite tool is Rapid Miner. And Mahout is one of the machine learning tools for that comes into the Hadoop environment. And then Statsoft Statistica and SAP products, Minitab, those are statistical tools. These are some of the statistical tool called Minitab, SPSS, all statistical tool. R programming is for the machine learning or predictive analytical. R programming is majorly used. Python programming used. Vika is used for predictive analytical. SAS is used. MATLAB is used. Rapid Miner and Mahout is for machine learning. And Statistica is used for your predictive analytical tools. If somebody want to become a data scientist, they need to be well versed on these certain tools on data predictive analytical tools also. It is not only for you're focusing for only on the Hadoop, Hive, HBase, Pig, Spark, and Scala. Those things also not required. It is the first level of to become a Hadoop environment of Hadoop developer. The next stage is the ELK tools, and next is data visualization. And similar to data visualization, the other technique will come machine learning, and then after the machine learning, this predictive analytical will become in the little advanced level of data analytical. For future trend pattern level, you can do the predictive analyticals for business need or business decision making. Clear on this?
Which tool? Which tool is which tool is best for beginners?
I'll say Rapid Miner is good for the beginners.
Is it required of programming?
Is it required for?
Programming knowledge.
No, not required any programming knowledge. You can have a simple drag and drop of your data. Data set is required. Just very simple tool. It's a graphical user interface tool. Rapid Miner will be a best tool for you for understanding predictive analytical and data mining.
Is it open source or paid?
It's available for 30 days of time. It is available. Some kind of open source is available, but also enterprises licensing also is available. Okay, we'll move to the next slide. Any questions so far? Okay, so now we'll understand, we're just understanding about what is predictive analytical, right? So now we'll understand based on certain case studies, okay? So I'm just showing some samples of case studies and what are the various technologies people are using these predictive analytical stages, and how the real world predictive analytical and how people are using for their banking technology or retail marketing, the predictive analytical I used. All those things we'll study so that you'll get a fair idea about how to use for your predictive analytical technique for your company or your business need. So before that, I'll just go through the one, just pause for a minute, just give me a minute. Okay, so before moving to that the particular white paper, let's understand about the rapid miner platform. That's very important for predictive analytical or machine learning or data mining, all those things. Okay, so this is one of the very good platform for your. You have to go to the rapid miner studio. Okay, this studio will provide you the rapid mining of all the activities from your Hadoop environment, from your Excel sheet, from your PDF file, data sources, Twitter, any kind of data stage. You can do the data preparation, you can do the data modeling, you can do the operationalization of any kind of output. You can able to get this through this data mining tool. Okay, so this is a comprehensive data science platform. You can do very well in through this tool. There are some kind of statistical knowledge is required, some kind of data understanding is required, basic algorithms knowledge is required to do the some kind of data operations in this particular platform. Okay, and also they have the machine learning on Hadoop, they have the risk modeling, predictive maintenance. Predictive maintenance is different, predictive modeling is different, predictive analytical is different. Okay, these are the industries people are using these predictive rapid miners tools on various purpose. You can go through this particular industry level how these rapid miners or predictive analyticals are used on this particular field of science. Okay, so you can download this in a free of cost for 30 days, I believe, and then you can just download and you can start using this particular software. And there are pricings there. That's for the commercial for organization level. Clear on this rapid miner?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we'll move back to the original stuff. You can download for Rapid Miner Studio 7.5, either for Linux or Windows or Mac or any kind of version you can download. Okay, fine. Let's move to we have a next 15 minutes is there. Through that we'll just understand about what are the big data side. There are so many technology we have to understand. So we'll go by one. Each company wise, what is predictive analytical they are doing. Based on that, we'll understand this. For example, IBM. For IBM, I have different white paper. Let's understand about that white paper. Okay, this is called CGI white paper for predictive analytical. So here, what is you have to understand predictive analytical is. So far, what is your understanding about the predictive analytical? Can somebody quickly summarize that? What are the purpose we understand this predictive analytical? What is the way it is doing? Can somebody quickly summarize?
There's a methodology for analyzing the present load in the system and predicting how it will be in the future and taking measures in particular database end for optimizing the performance to provide a effective service. And apart from that, we can also make our pricing for this particular optimized performance.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for the recap of predictive analytical. So now CGI is how they have shared their white paper, how they are trying to do the predictive analyticals on their business need. So one is they are applying this predictive on the direct and market sales, customer relationship, price optimization. Price optimization we see in the e-commerce platform, retail marketing, right? So similar way they are applying this predictive analytical through e-commerce on the data pricing strategy to determine the best pricing strategy across the demand and supply and then availability and revenue management. All these things they are putting into the picture. For example, so many people they book the online ticketing, right, through yatra.com or make my trip or redbus.in. So there also you can apply the predictive analytical to optimize your pricing cost based on the demands and supply and then the future demands. All this way you can able to the predictive analytical stage. Okay, so it here they are using this pricing factor for airlines travel, how much of the travel stuff people are deducting. Those things you have to understand. Okay, so that's called price optimization you can apply through predictive analytical. Health outcomes. So in the treatment healthcare system, you can do the predictive analytical. So many hardware devices also you can do the predictive analytical. So many software also, software data can be do the predictive analytical. So this they are trying to attempt through the patient monitoring system, heart attack, suffering from heart attack, helping them years after determine the treatment and then urgency. So that will provide you the data modeling, how much of the data outcomes are happening on the heart attack or the ECG data. So many previous historical data. Through that also you can do the predictive analytical when you will get in the next heart attack also. That kind of level you can do. Okay, so nowadays the technologies are changing, like they have putting the band right in the hand, they're putting the wristband right. Through the wristband it can able to keep monitor your heartbeat rates, and then through that also you can do the predictive analytical. Okay, Fitbit, those kind of products nowadays is most popular, right? And insurance fraud, through that they can do the predictive analyticals. Many type of fraud is predictable pattern, identifying statistical modeling and providing the prevention, and after that the fact is investigation and recover through the so many insurance frauds can be detected through the statistical modeling. And tax collection, improve the benefit on the payments and fraud, those kind of things can be performed. And predicting and preventing the street crime, domestic terrorism, all those things you can do the predictive modeling. So many government projects, they will do these through kind of terrorism, domestic violence, to predict that how predicted the to control the crimes rate. Okay, so building predictive model. So first thing you have to do the predictive models. So we studied about predictive model, right? So that is the way, first model you have to do the predictive, building a predictive model. First you have to understand what known the time predict you have to make. So at what interval time, from last 10 years of data, 20 years of data, historical data, and how much of data future next 10 years how it is going to happen, or next 1 year how it's going to happen, what level of data analytical things you are going to perform. That's thing you have to do the building the effective predictive modeling. And then eventual outcome, what is the outcome you are expecting from this particular data predictive modeling. So that thing you have to decide first. Okay, so there are so many statistical tools are available, linear regression, neural networks, that apply for identify predictors and calculate the actual models. So many softwares are people normally using for SAS tools, they'll use SPSS tools, they'll use R tool, they'll use for data modeling. This is for modeling. So in the data modeling, they'll design how we are defining our application architecture. Similar way, they will design the predictive modeling. Through that, the data flow will be happen, and based on that, it will work. Let me try to show some of the real-time stuff. Based on that, we'll continue. Just give me a minute. I'll just pass the screen for a minute. I'll show that real-time application, how they do the predictive modeling. Okay, so here you can see that this is a statistical SPSS tool. So there they'll apply your data, they'll create your data, and then based on that, from various data sources, from where this data need to comes into the picture, those things they'll first define for your data predictive analytical. Then they apply for regression, correlation, all the factor of statistical algorithms into the data. After they're applying, they'll do the cleaning activity, they'll do the classification, they'll do the regression, they'll do the k-means, all the statistical way they apply, and based out of the result where it's coming, that stage they'll do the predictive modeling. So that modeling is very important to learn. So there comes the predictive modeling. This look like a sample model, how they will start preparing the predictive modeling. Okay, I'll show some of the other things also. Just give me a moment.
Hi, can I have a real-time use case for this predictive analytics, as in every process that happens in the predictive analytics, right from the data fetching to predictive modeling?
Yeah, I'll show you that once again. I'm just trying to open that. Okay, so before moving to the next screen, I want to show this this particular slide. It's a very interesting slide. Okay, so in the predictive analytical, I told the certain process is there, right? In that process, how the predictive modeling is comes into the picture. The first one is the marketing data or underwriting records. It comes under the insurance claim record. So those things comes into the raw data phase. Okay, so from the raw data, you're picking the certain data. That's called your selection of your data is called classifying or cleaning your data. After the cleaning your data, that you are going to apply that data cleaning and organizing. From marketing data, what you have to take, from underwriting data, raw data, what you have to take, from climbing record, what you have to take. So that's piece and pieces of data cleaning and organizing activity you are going to do. From that data, you are going to apply the data mining stage there. Okay, from that, if you're applying the data mining, that will be external data also comes into picture when before doing the data mining. That predictive modeling and development will be applied when this stage, after the data mining is happened. There you are applying your statistical technique to create a predictive modeling through the R software or SPSS or a Minitab or whatever the VCA tool. Any kind of tool you can apply for the predictive modeling. Everyone is clear on this particular slide? Sir, my screen is visible? Okay.
What is the external data? Sir, is it additional data to predict the right information?
So here in that marketing data, underwritten data, claim record in their database, their own company database, and external data comes into the picture of Facebook, Twitter, or any other data sources which comes from the external entity, third-party entity, that comes the external data.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, from that slide, we'll take this particular case study for better understanding of predictive modeling. Okay, so you have the enterprises level, in the organization level, how you will define your predictive modeling. Okay, in the enterprises level, you have the data, and then there you are applying the business intelligence. That comes into the predictive analytical, and there is predictive modeling. The business unit may comes from the marketing, sales, fraud detection, and call center. These are different domains. Okay, you have varieties of customer who maybe belong to marketing and sales, fraud detection, and call center. Target audience may be different. So there you have to see the 7 trend analysis, the 7 need. What is the need of your business analytical or business data modeling? So first thing is you have to do the complete, grow, enforce, improve, satisfy, learn, and act. There are 7 models. It's called 7 strategy in the predictive analytical stage. Okay. So that's important concept you have to understand before moving to the next stage. These 7 reasons only we are normally do the predictive analytical. Okay, this is nothing else. Let me try to take the real world scenario. Based on that, we'll discuss further. I just taken the real world scenarios. Let me check it out. Okay, so the another important thing is we have to understand is called three things. One is the insight, and foresight. Okay, three things is very important. When you're performing with your raw data and the report level, it's called insights. Okay, this is called descriptive analytical. So once it is moving to the insight, then you're coming to the diagnostic analytical or predictive analytical stage. Or maybe insight, it's a partial predictive analytical, partial diagnostic analytical. And foresight, it's called complete predictive analytical and prescriptive analytical. How can we make it happen? What will happen? It's a futuristical way of predictive analyticals called foresight. So insight, and foresight. These are the three terms you have to understand before moving to the next stage. And we understand certain tools we have already studied about the predictive analytical. In the big data also, there are certain tools are used on the predictive analytical. For example, Tableau is one of the tools is used for data visualization as well as the predictive analytical. Splunk is used, R is used. R is majorly used for your all the predictive analytical stages on statistical way of data, and Tableau is mainly used. So how these tools are used in the real-time basis, how these tools are used. Okay, so through this Splunk, they are connecting all the databases, and then through that the bridge servers are connected. From that Splunk, you are getting the reading the data and applying your objects into various visualization way of predictive software. It's called Splunk and Hunk. That tool they are used for predictive analytical. Okay, that's useful for your predictive analytical monitoring solution. A next tool is called Data Mirror, which is for data visualization tool in a graphical representation way. It is containing most of the algorithms, most of the predictive analytical algorithms used through this data mirrors. And then you can able to integrate with the any other solutions like ETL activities you can do, static data warehouse or IT BI. So anything you can compare, but most of the DMA is used for data integration, dynamic data management, and self-service analytical. So you can see some of the screenshots of that particular software. And then other software is called Jaspersoft, which is also useful for your predictive analytical and reporting tools for your data analytics field. These are some of the tools they are adapting through Cassandra Connect, BigQuery, Google Bigtable, BigQuery connector, Hadoop connection, MongoDB. Through that, they are taking the data and then they are putting the Jaspersoft reporting server and BA platforms that they're applying for your predictive analyticals. And Tableau is one of the very good software for data analytical and data visualization tool. And there also you can do the predictive analytical for future trend. Okay, these are some of the examples. Here also I can do some of the SQL queries for your performing or importing your data and trend analysis, forecasting, all those things you can able to perform. And then the another tool is Karmasphere. So that's a tool is for mapping or data visualization, where you can do the predictive analytical based on the visualization tool that's mostly widely used for predictive analytical. Pentho, which is used for data visualization, and then data mining, rapid mining kind of a similar kind of software is Pentho, which is used for graphically represent the here this tool is useful for your data mining plus predictive modeling. Headapt is used for mapping kind of way of data visualization and predictive analytical tool. These are the some of the real-time basis people are normally in the companies using these tools for your predictive analytical. So now we'll understand this throughout this software. Rapid Miner is most widely used. Revolutionary Analytical is the Microsoft platform for machine learning and data analytical science. Predictive Analytical, Revolutionary Analytical is most widely used for the organization. R software, SPSS, SAS tools are used in the other countries location people are using. Mahout is for machine learning, and ZenMetis is for decision making software. So in the Revolutionary Analytical R, it's a Microsoft platform. Okay, Revolutionary Analytical is the Microsoft platform. They have the internal R platform also. Through that, you can do the predictive analytical through decision tree. So many algorithms are already predefined. You have to just simply drag and drop or feed your data and just put your logic. Then it will come the output as the graphical representation way of your predictive results. And so many other tools are available. We'll go through one by one. Spotfire Miner, that's a very interesting tool to predictive modeling. These are the tools are useful for your predictive, real-time predictive modeling. Mahout is for machine learning tool. So here thousands of algorithms are available. K-mean clustering, fuzzy K-mean, mean shifting cluster. So many tools, so many algorithms are available in the machine learning. So the machine learning is the supervised learning, unsupervised learning. Through that we can able to predict the data. You can train the machines so that it will predict the future stuff in the random of your data. And Rapid Miner is one of the interesting tool and most widely used across the global. Rapid Miner is most widely used. So there you can do the all kind of data analytical, predictive analytical mining, data mining activity through this tool. And Oracle Data Miner, which is also widely used for the Oracle who is using Oracle DBA. They'll use for this Oracle Data Miner tool for mining their data from the cleaning of the data to process your data for predictive analytical. And Statsoft Statistica, that is also another predictive modeling tool. These tools you can simply drag and drop your so many statistical applications can be used for this through this Statistica. Here it is more configuration to regression, so many other stuff on the statistical oriented algorithms are applied in this particular tool. Okay. And SAS Enterprise Monitoring tool, this is totally a data mining and rapid mining tool, and it is widely used in the predictive modeling. So it's similar to our Excel file, and then you can import the file through this, and then you can do the data visualization, and also you can do the coding. It's like a Java code kind of way. You can do the Python code. Similar way, you can just write your code on the SAS Enterprise Miner. Through that you can do the apply all the variables, apply all the algorithms over there on this particular tool. And then IBM SPSS is a very interesting tool. Now we normally use for this particular tool for statistical analytical or for research purpose. We'll use this SPSS tool for statistical predictive analytical. There are thousands of predefined statistical tools are available. Within a second you will get an entire population or sampling technique, histogram you can get, classification you can get, so many things you can able to get. It's a very interesting tool. Currently the version is 23 or 25, I believe. That version is very interesting too. Okay, so try to download the IBM SPSS for statistical analytical. So these are some of the tools which is widely used for your predictive data modeling. Okay. So through data modeling, you can use that. Now we'll move to the next 5 minutes. We'll discuss about the what are the various other real-time case studies are available. I kept it somewhere, that documents. Let me take it out. Okay, so this is one of the interesting book for predictive analytical. Just want to share with you all. So this book will be useful for your predictive analytical using Python. So learning predictive analytical, how much of things you can do, what are the things you can do through predictive analytical. I'll share this book with everyone. This is a very interesting book. Just go through this book, then you can able to understand many predictive analytical concepts. Okay.
Mani, this is Dinesh here.
Yes, Dinesh.
There were many predictive analytics tools which you have shown in this webinar itself. So who will decide this tool? Which one should be used? Something like data scientist or data analyst, how they will decide?
So data architect, there is a data architect will be there. One thing is customer also they will decide, because when the customer is giving the some kind of tools, sometimes they will decide, or the data scientist will decide. It depends upon the company to company. Who is having the more influence person on your company, they normally decide what kind of the tool. So who is going to suggest the tool? What kind of the human resource they're having? Who can able to do the, whether if they've taken this particular tool, whether you have the resource for your company. So based on the so many factors, they'll decide based on your delivery manager or your architect or your customer, they will decide on the which tool they have to use for the based on the business need.
Money and all these tools are from corporate companies, right? Nothing is open source.
Most of the things are open source. R programming is open source, and then so many tools. Mahout is open source. So many tools are open source, and a few tools are corporate license based model.
Okay, but R and Mahout and all we have to configure, but IBM SAS, all those things and all we can use, just install and use. So is there any open source tool so that we can download and use the same? Like
it's for 30 days of time. You can use it for 30 days of time. Trial mode you can use, and further usage you have to do by the purchase of certain softwares are available for student version. Maybe if somebody is on your brother or sister, somebody is doing student, can show the student ID card and send this to the particular company. They will provide the student license for that in a very cheapest cost.
S2 can be used for predictive analysis.
S2 we can use this predictive analytics. It's for useful for machine learning.
Yeah.
S2 predictive analytical. Yes, you can do that predictive analytical.
S2 is open source, right?
S2 is not open source. It's a license based.
Okay.
Hello, Mani. This is Srinivas.
Yes, Srinivas.
Hi. Hi, all. Yeah, Mani. Actually, Spark ML is how it is fitting for as a right tool for predictive analytics.
So Spark ML, Mahout, both are similar kind of tool. Okay. In Spark ML, you have predefined algorithms are available. Using that algorithm, you can train your PC or machine learning. You can train your machines. Through that, you can apply your statistical data. Then you can do the future analytical of your data. So it is like applying the artificial intelligence algorithm and combination of your machine learning algorithm and apply your business need. Then it will be supervised learning, unsupervised learning. There are two techniques are available through the machine learning. It is most widely used. Spark, MLab, Mahout and all R tools are used for predictive analytical. In machine learning, many people using predictive analytical technique. Whatever you are doing predictive analytical in machine learning, whatever you are doing in machine learning, those are mostly in the predictive analytical only.
Okay, I'm focusing on Spark ML. Is that right thinking from my end? Actually, I have completed my. No, I have been working with BA apps, Oracle Business Intelligence applications, like 12 years onwards.
Okay.
Recently, I started learning big data as well as the Spark also.
Okay.
I could find that Spark ML is right fit for predictive analytics and all. Would you give me any suggestion? Shall I
Yes.
go ahead with that? That is enough, right, for the market now?
Yeah, Spark MLib is the right thing, but if you want to focus more into machine learning resource, then Spark MLib will be a right choice. For predictive analytical, you have to learn some kind of statistical ways of analytical one, because there is no separate predictive analytical resource, like a separate resource is not there. Okay, like a role. As he is a data scientist or he is a predictive scientist kind of way, there is no separate role. But under the data Hadoop developer, they have to be well versed on this kind of statistical tools and techniques, like a rapid miner is one of the tools. They internally they are forced to use this kind of tools for data cleanup, data classifying, till the predictive analytical data mining tools are useful for your, it will reduce your 50% of your work what you are doing in your normal company. So these kind of predictive analytical tools will be very much used for your data analytical predictive analytical stage. MLib will be a very good tool. Spark MLib. If you are become a machine learning person, then you can focus on that MLib, and then H2O, Mahout, all these things. Mahout is nowadays little bit of usage, but MLib is used, and then the H2O is used, and so many other machine learning algorithms are used. But you have to be more focused on the algorithm oriented, statistical oriented persons to do the predictive analytical as well as the machine learning person. If you are become a Hadoop developer, you no need to worry about that. You can still work on the Python, Java, Hive, HBase, Pig, Spark, Scala, all those things. But if you want to become a next stage, if you are moving to the next stage after 1 year of time, 2 year of time, then you are become a data architect or a data analyst kind of way you are progressing. Then you have to understand about your statistical tool, machine learning tool. Tableau software is very important to understand. So rather going into the MLib kind of way, you focus on the which is widely used tool in the industry, because machine learning, if you consider, around 20% of job opening will be there, out of 80% will be there in the Hadoop development activities or Hadoop administrator activity. These are specialized course or maybe a specialized field of science only few companies normally use, and it will be going to be an upcoming trend in 2018, 2020. All this way, this machine learning will be a number one field in the IT industry. Okay, so focus on Tableau, focus on R programming, focus on Python programming.
Okay.
These kind of tools will be very much useful. I have listed down in the today's meetup group. Sorry, it's not a, it's a WhatsApp group. I have listed out what are the tools is going to useful for your next 10 years. Okay, so that tools will be, you have to study, focus, and then you should not be focused only on the data science. You have to focus on robotics, you have to focus on data automation, like automation field you have to focus, and then data analytical phase you have to focus, Tableau, data visualization, ELK tools you have to focus. So in this next 10 years you have to be in a multi technology oriented way you have to do that.
Mani, I'm sorry to disturb you here once again. Actually, I'm a OBA person working for Oracle India. I'm using Oracle BIE. Actually, Oracle BIE is having plugins for R programming models as well as data visualization, and everything is there. See, as a fan and working for Oracle, should I use OBIE instead of Tableau? Or did you find any more differences between these two tools?
Yes,
Tableau as well as the OBIE.
two different tools are widely different is there. Okay, so in your currently if you're working in Oracle, then the Oracle tools may be widely used. Okay, but outside market, if you see that outside market, if you're going for one company to the another company, then Tableau will be most widely used when compared to the Oracle BI tools.
Yeah.
Okay, when I compare to the Tableau and the Quick View, rather than the Quick View, Tableau is the best one.
Yeah, I got it. One more question. Sorry to
No problem.
disturb
Please
you.
ask 100%.
One more question is,
Yeah.
should I focus with Spark with the Scala with this predictive analytics plus anyway Spark is having machine learning and MLib. So should I use for the Spark development as a Scala or Python or Java? Which one is the best for the languages?
If you are using Spark and Scala as the combination is good, and Python will be for data analytical, data science related things, Python will be good rather for comparing to the Java. Python is most widely used. Python you have to learn. It's a very simple language to learn. And Python and R, it's a combination of Python and R is good for your career growth.
Okay. See, Scala and Spark, compared to the Spark and the Scala combination, Python and Spark is good, right? As per your
yes
advice.
If you are more into Scala and if you are more into Spark programmer, okay, you are going to dedicatedly work on Spark in your organization for next 1 year, then combination of Spark and Scala is good, not Python. You are going to work on Hadoop environment, and combination of you are going to write so many user-defined functions, so many business activity functions, then Python and combination of Hadoop tools will be good. If you are choosing only Spark, and then if you are choosing Spark only, then Scala is the right tool for you.
Okay. Fine. Thank you
Scala
so much.
right
Mani, one more request.
Yes.
What is a good source to get machine learning kind of stuff?
For machine learning, you have to be understand statistical machine learning algorithm. We normally conduct the training on the machine learning for specialized courses on the machine learning stage, as well as the Python or it's a separate course, and then the Hadoop development activity is a separate course. So in that machine learning, we cover majorly end-to-end of machine learning algorithms, Mahout, and then Spark, MLib, and H2O, and then the Microsoft BI tools of analytical tools. So many things we'll do the on the machine learning stuff. Okay, so artificial intelligence, deep learning will be coverage on this machine learning course. So those are the way the IT industry will going to shift for the next few years later. So machine learning, when you're trying to learn the machine learning, you have to focus more into Spark, MLib, Mahout, and then the Python, R programming. Then you have to focus on the artificial intelligence, H2O, deep learning. All these 7 fields you have to be well versed on this.
Okay. Fine. Thanks, Mani. Thank you so much. Very good information.
Okay, now next we'll move. Yeah, anybody has any other question?
Yeah, hi Mani, this is Sandy.
Yes, Sandy. Okay.
I have one query regarding can we integrate the Spark Predict Analytics tools with any other analytics tools like SAS as we discussed earlier?
Yes, we can integrate for any tool with any tool. It's not at all a problem. So in the data science field, the data can be loaded. There are so many third-party tools are available, or the SAS is they are providing loading the data from Hadoop or Excel file. Even a simple raw data can be loaded in the text format. So many options are available to load your data. Okay, normally people are using SAS tool in the US based location. SAS and SAS tools are used. Statistical tools are used. R programming used. Python is used. Tableau is used. H2O is used. So these are the upcoming H2O and all is upcoming tools. Okay, but Tableau is most widely used for your data visualization as well as for predictive analytical. Rapid Miner is used for certain companies level, mid-level companies people are using, but across the global, Rapid Miner is a very good tool. Tableau is another one of the interesting tool. Through SAS, you can able to import and export whatever the data you want to import. You can able to do that.
Under Spark, which is the best tool for predictive analytics? If the Spark is the environment.
Okay, under the Spark predictive analytical, we'll do the machine learning oriented way. We'll do the predictive analytical. Okay, through that MLib, Spark MLib will be used for your most of the predictive analytical stages. Spark MLib. normally rather doing for programming kind of way of Spark and then Scala. Spark is one of the methodology, like it's like a framework. Okay, Spark is see like how map produces a framework. Similar way, Spark is one of the in-memory operations of your tool, but the Scala is the real language, or the R programming is the real language. Python is a real language. That through that only you are going to apply that, and then the working process model will be processing your large data in an in-memory operation 10 times faster, 100 times faster than the Hadoop. That's the technology of Spark. But there is no much over there. You are combining your Spark with your Scala language, combining your R language, you're combining Python language for your on your data analytical stage or predictive analytical stages. Okay, but if you are focusing on to the first level of data analytical or predictive analytical, use currently for already built-in graphical user interface of tool rather than the languages like a Tableau, like a Rapid Miner or SAS tool. So many other tools we have described, right? So those are most of them are graphical user interface tools. That tools are need to be widely used, and when you are trying to use that, you can able to understand certain kind of statistical methods, how, what is the correlation, what is the regression, what is the k-mean, how to apply. Then you gradually move into the programming coding level. There, that time you can go through the Spark MLib, machine learning algorithms. So many hundreds of algorithms are available, how to apply that. So then you can do the sentimental analysis, predictive analytical on the very large data set in your organization side. So first to focus on the graphical user oriented tools.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mani, sorry to disturb you. Yeah. Statistical analytical system is GUI?
Yeah, SPSS, Rapid Miner, all those tools. We studied about the tools, right? Let me just showcase you where is this tools.
Nowadays, people are saying that Spark.
Come again? Can you repeat your question? The voice is not clear. No, the voice is not clear. Can you type your questions in the chat window? The voice is not clear. Can you type it, your question in the chat window? Sorry. Can you talk now? I think it's okay, I believe, Srini.
Yeah, Mani. Yeah. Only one thing is nowadays many surveys, and when I'm going through the sites and all, people are suggesting that better to continue with the framework Spark, as well as using of any of the language like either Python or Scala. Can you add something for this? Which one is the best? Whether Spark framework or going through statistical SPSS, as you're saying that, which one is the best?
It depends upon your the level of understanding, how much of experience you have in this particular field. Okay, if you are a beginner, if you are in the beginner stage or beginner to the intermediate stage, then it is focusing on the graphical user interface manner of learning and understanding this field. If you are in an intermediate to the expert level, then programming of Spark and Scala with the combination of R technology and Python will be 4 tools: Spark, Scala, Python, and R. These 4 tools you have to learn through performing your predictive analyticals.
Okay. So each tool having their own capabilities, right?
Yes, right. Each tool is having for different for your own purpose.
Yeah, actually currently I'm focusing on Spark, Scala plus R programming.
Spark program, Scala, and R program. That's good one. That's a good combination. And try to do some kind of Python level of understanding also.
Yeah, Mani, let me introduce myself. I'm working as a senior tech architect in Oracle, India.
Okay.
Since 12 years onwards, I have been working with BA tools only.
Okay.
Okay. So is it going to be a good fit for me to learning these skills?
Yes, definitely. So next to 10 years, this kind of skill sets only will be most widely used in the industry. And for your 10 years experience, you told, right?
Yeah, 12.
For 12 years of experience, rather than the concentrating on programming, maybe the programming stages and all, the 5 years people, 3 years people, 7 years people, or 8 years people, they can go for the programming level. For your level, you have to be more focused on the data visualization, like a Tableau, or a kind of data architect level or a data scientist level. You have to focus on that, because the career path will not be more for you in the coding level, and it will be go into a customer engagement activities. Big data wise, you have to recommend these certain products to the customer, and then to handle the team, big data team. That's where you have to focus more into tools rather than the focusing on the programming knowledge. It's not for
that is
not
my
for or case to case.
that is my specialty. Yeah, actually, even I'm a architect come PM.
Okay.
I would focus only, as a developer also.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Thank you, Mani. Sorry to guys, wasting your valuable time.
No,
Please continue, Mani.
You can ask the hundreds of questions. That's for the purpose only. This
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So we have to complete one real-time scenario of how it is using. I'm still searching the document. I'm unable to find the document. I have a document which has been on a real-time basis, how they are taking that particular case, or on end-to-end basis, how they are analyzing, how they are doing the predictive modeling, and based on that, how they're applying the tools, how there is a choice of selections of tools. You cannot simply take, okay, today I'll take R programming, tomorrow I'll take a data rapid miner, tomorrow I can able to take some other tool. Don't do that kind of way. So there is each tool have their own purpose, and each tool will have their own statistical way. First you have to do the analytical way of analyze what is the need, how we are going to do the predictive modeling. That you have to decide. That itself will take for a month of time. Data cleanup activity, data mining activity, data classification activity, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, so many algorithms, what kind of algorithms you are going to use. That will take itself a month of time for your or on your POC side. So initially they will do the POC side of projects, then gradually they will increase into the full-fledged of projects. Okay, so we'll next session I'll show one more real-time way how the application is running, screenshots of that, and based on that we'll discuss further. If meanwhile if somebody is having any questions, we'll take it up now, and else we'll wind up for today.
Mani, can you please tell about the .org and PMML, Predictive Markup Model Language? I have pinged the link in chat window.
Okay.
It is for it is something like data mining, but it is used for predictive analytics.
Okay, this tool, it's like an open source tool actually. Normally we'll not use this kind of tool actually, but if for your local purpose you can use. Okay, it's purely data mining tool software. I have used this tool for a very long time. It's not the right now people are not using this. It's for data mining purpose you can use. It's open source PMML language. It's not widely used, but it's a tool. That's it. It's one of the tools.
Okay.
Okay, whatever it is performing this data mining, predictive analytical, there are so many graphical user interface tools like similar to rapid miner. It will do it in a single minute of time. Tableau is one of the very good software. Tableau is one of the very interesting, very good software on the data visualization. Try to focus on that if somebody they're trying to use. It's business intelligence and analytical tools, and most of the companies they are using this. Okay, there is a Tableau public version is available. It's free of cost, and also Tableau for 1 month you can able to access for free of cost. And I'll share this particular book, the predictive analytical book, that I'll share with you all, and then certain other things I'll try to share myself. And somebody from Oracle, right? I have the Oracle white papers I want to discuss. Maybe we have very little time for now, and then based on that we'll discuss further topic. In Accenture they are doing the analytical. So many companies they are doing so many other predictive analytical stuff. So focus on your job, focus on your career path in the first data science. When you're already into data science, then you can focus on the other learning tools like a Tableau, R. It's like a next stage. Predictive analytical, don't focus on the if you're become a career starting guy. Don't focus. Predictive analytical is your career path. Okay, it's the second stage of your life. Okay, first stage is the Hadoop, Pig, Hive, HBase, Spark, Scala, Python, R programming. And you can choose now, you want to move towards on the ELK tool, Elasticsearch, Kibana, Logstep, and then the machine learning side of Spark, MLib, Mahout, or the data visualization of Tableau or QuickView side or H2O, all this way. Okay, and whichever the direction you are choosing, if you are choosing like a data visualization, then Tableau, R, SAS, and then there you can apply your predictive analytical stage, sentimental analytical stage. And if you're choosing machine learning, Spark, MLib, H2O, Microsoft Dynamics, and then there are so many BI tools are available. Through that you can forecast the supervised learning, unsupervised learning, apply your statistical knowledge, apply your machine learning knowledge on that. You can do that. And Hadoop development activity, you can do wide varieties of Hadoop development, predictive analytical, data analytical stage. Data analytical way you can, the growth is more. Predictive analytical side is the next stage. After 1 year of time, 2 years of time, you can do that. It's very important. Predictive analytical is very important. All the data analytical you will do through the predictive analytical only. The growth is very good, but it's nowhere related to your Hadoop. Okay, predictive analytical is more into Python or statistical technique, machine learning technique, and predictive modeling is one of the way of modeling your architecture, your softwares for the predictive analytical. Future trend, how to analyze. That's the predictive analytical. Based on the historical data, how we are going to predictive in the future. Data science also comes into the predictive analytical only. Okay, clear on this concept? Shall we wind up for today?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
As you said, there must be some kind of statistical base that is required before you get started with predictive analysis. Can you just elaborate what kind of statistical knowledge is required?
Okay, for statistical knowledge, you need to understand the conceptual. So in our normal school days and college days, we might be studied some kind of basic level of mathematical and statistical. Mathematical is different and statistical is different. So basic level of statistical understanding is more than enough. For example, what is regression? How to create a regression on the tool. Okay, what variable we have to take for completing regression. If regression's output comes, you have to see through that. Okay, this is the regression point, 7-point combination, the clustering combination, and then histogram, and then there is a classification, data classifications algorithm, k-mean algorithms, regression. Those things you have to understand on the ways of through statistical analytical basic foundation, basic fundamental thing you have to understand on statistical part. That is more than enough. You don't need to do your paperwork for, okay, take your statistical calculation and then complete your paper model of writing an exam or maybe understanding the calculation way. It's not even required. Foundation level of understanding what is what on the statistical stuff is more than enough for your predictive analytical stage. All the statistical process will be done by the, there are already coding is done. So any data you are feeding, you will get in a minute of time, all your data analytical of your regression will come in a minute, your k-mean output will come in a minute, your data science activities or statistical analytical will come in within a minute. Everything is predefined. You have to just choose the which operation you want to perform. That level of knowledge is required for to understanding the statistical level.
Okay, and one more doubt is that you have mentioned one of the methods, time series forecast.
Yes, right.
Is that related to neural network or is it similar to that?
Yes, time series is relevant to the neural networks. It is a combination of that field. At predictive analytical and machine learning, certain part they'll apply for neural networks, but not widely used. But time series will be from the trend of historical data, what will be going to do in the futuristical time scale period of happening on the futuristical trend. To analyze, there is a time series data can be applied. It's a combination of neural network. Yes, right.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody has any other question?
Then Microsoft Power BI is related to predictive analytics.
Microsoft Power BI is a data analytical oriented. Certain part you can do the predictive analytical also. It's a data visualization tool. It's a business intelligence tool. It's not the real relevant to your predictive analytical, but that's most widely for business intelligence tool. Portions of predictive analytical, you can do that.
Okay, thank you.
Dynamics will be a predictive analytical tool. Microsoft, there is one tool I shown, right? Where is that tool? Let me take that. I've taken that tool. 1 second. Revolutionary analytical. This is the rapid miner, similar to our rapid miner or a predictive analytical tool. Revolution analytical. For that, machine learning, predictive analytical, this is a Microsoft tool. Power BI is totally different tool and revolutionary analytical is totally different tool. And focus on rapid miner, revolutionary analytical, R programming, SPSS, SAS tool. These are very important tool for your predictive analytical tools.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anybody has any other questions or any other points need to be discussed? Anybody want to share your knowledge to the other people?
One more doubt.
Yeah.
You have any idea how predictive analytics is being used in SAP?
SAP.
Yeah.
I don't have an idea about SAP related side, but I need to check about that. But SAS thing I aware, but SAP side I'm not aware.
Okay, thank you so much.
Anybody else want to share your knowledge to the other forum members? You can share what you have understand, what's your other stuff you have learned on your organization, on the public internet. Anything you can share for next 5-10 minutes of time so that other people get more knowledge on this. Okay, if nothing to discuss, we'll wind up for today. Thanks for joining. We'll meet up on next tomorrow at 8 p.m. on DevOps end-to-end of learning that. Okay. Thanks all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mani.
Thank you, Ma.
Thank you, Mani.
Thank you.